I think that most humans complain about dumb shit and then something real happens and you realize how dumb it was. And so, you know, when life throws you very challenging moments, the places I go are, well, one, you had no choice, right? It's not like you could predict that a flood was gonna come and do these horrible things. You have to adapt to reality. Everybody here in their life will be met with real challenges. You know, God willing, most people live a long life, which also then comes along with losing people that you love so much. You know, I think many people have all agreed around the world that the scariest thing in life is losing a child. Many people will go through that. There are always challenges, but I think when I hear that question, my brain goes into two places. Deep, deep gratitude for waking up every day and that not happening. And I think people struggle with enjoyment in the simplicity of that, which is why I push it so hard. I can tell you it is foundational to my happiness. You know, when I wake up this morning, I'm not thinking about how cool it is to have an audience like this come out for me on a Saturday. Do you know how humbling this is? Do you know how grateful I mean, I love you back. But it's, you know, this is a Saturday. Like, fuck. You know, like, thank you. But I don't think about that. I don't think about that video I watch almost predominantly embarrassed. You know, really, I mean it. That's not what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about like, when I woke up like, ooh, good. Another day when nothing crazy happened. And I think that way every day. And then when things do happen that are challenging, ironically, the first place I go is gratitude for the fact that it doesn't normally happen or it hadn't happened before. And then I go into getting my stomach punched and dealing with the reality of it and trying to lead and clean up and fix and try to make things better for tomorrow because you have no choice. I don't see a whole lot of value in dwelling. Or, you know, I think that there should be room for space for you to, you know, go through the pain. You know, I think a lot of people put up a front, especially with a death or something extreme, like you should have some breathing room to mourn and, you know, deal with that. But to dwell and complain is the least thoughtful and strategic energy in the world. And right now we have a lot of dwelling and complaining normally about shit you can't control that actually isn't fucking you up. It's the dwelling and complaining that's fucking you up. I think too many people are playing defense. I think too many people are trying to win like the 94 Knicks, like 79 to 76. And I'm out here trying to win 149 to 146 offense. Because once you stop hearing judgment and you're not actually worried about what people have to say, you can just go fast. You start doing shit. Do you know how many of you right now in this room have a real passion for some shit that isn't cool right now, and so you're just not doing it? Yet it's exactly the right thing. The amount of friends I had back in the day that loved video games but got off of it because they didn't see a career for it, or even at one time, believe it or not, video games was dorky shit, who now regret at 40 because they were fucking great at it and they could be the Tony Hawk of esports right now. They could have been that OG, but they just didn't see it because they worried about judgment and they didn't realize the world evolved. That gets me to my final point, and then we can get into real specific questions. Whatever your you know, the biggest eye opener for AJ going into the football business, like as hardcore fans as we've been, as how close we've been to teams and owners. The owner of the Miami Dolphins is my business partner. Like as close as I've been to it, now that I'm really, really in it, I just can't believe how many of you don't fully love the game. It's just your ticket. It's just your process. It's amazing. I don't throw that as judgment. I think that's fucking fresh. Like it makes sense to me. Like I love it so much, and I so wish I could, right? That I was naive and did what I always make fun of people like focus group of one. It has been eye-opening to how many people actually don't love it. They were just blessed. See, I got real lucky. The luckiest shit on earth is the thing you love is the thing that you're best at. And I think that's me. Like when I was 6, I wanted to wash people's cars. When it snowed and we had snow days here, I was shoveling snow, not making snowmen, right? Like literally, I don't know how many of you follow me, but if you see what I'm doing in garage sailing around here in Jersey, like, I'm not doing that for show, I fucking love it. Like, I'd rather wake up on Saturday at 6 in the morning and drive to fucking, Metuchen's town-wide garage sale and buy some shit for $1 and sell it for 11 bucks on eBay. That fucking gives me way bigger of a high than fucking almost anything besides watching a Jets game. That is literally probably my favorite thing except a Sunday in the fall. And so that gets me to my final point. If you're sitting here right now and you're real fucking passionate about something that doesn't have to do with the four walls we're in right now, you need to lean into that shit. Because that's the thing the internet's doing. The amount of people that can make a real living around having a podcast or a vlog or flipping shit they love versus getting a job they fucking hate, and they can make as much or around the same much around having a fucking podcast around Fortnite versus going and working in finance because they interned this summer in Wall Street and they think that's where the money is. That shit, I know nobody here believes, but I've been saying it for a decade and I'm watching it every day and it's real. And so I highly recommend, like, I'm really hopeful. Like, honestly, when I come, just to put into context, including the left side here, when I come to these rooms, honestly, I'm realistic. I'm just hoping to penetrate one head, one dome. I'm aware that, like, I'll come in, it'll be good talk, it'll be cool. If some friends that think I'm cool, you think I'm cool, it's great. I'm hoping, but on God, I'm hoping to get through one person's head on some of these things because I know I see shit that other people don't. That's been my calling card. And so I hope you've been really listening, I really do. Well, I was just hanging with some individuals in the green room. I was talking about, like, there's a lot of people who are like, Gary, I'm about to start this business and I'm scared to fail. And my brain always goes into, like, you're probably gonna fail. Especially if you've never done business before. Like, watching entrepreneurship and business get cool in the last 10, 15 years has been frightening. Like, most of the beautiful faces I'm looking at here right now have not put in the practice nor have the talent to actually do it. But that's not bad. That's actually epic if you actually go into it knowing you're gonna fail. And so, because all I ever did as a kid was business, and I had natural talent in it, of course this happened. Many people stay students and athletes for the predominant part of their life as a child. And then they go to more school, and then they go to real life. And they're confused to why it's hard. It's because you haven't lived real life yet. You've been playing in a fake environment. And so I learned all the mistakes at 6 and 8 and 10 and 13 and 12 and 14 and 19 and 23, and I still make a shitload. But if you've not trained at all for a marathon, how the fuck are you gonna run? And so for a lot of people here who are deciding to run for the first time in an environment like that, you should, whether you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. But to go in with audacity that you think it's gonna work when you never trained is fucking insane. And so, like, people always roll up at me like, Garyvee, like at the airport, Garyvee, it's so fucking, bro, I'm gonna build $1 billion company. I'm like, all right. Like, if I ask them one question, they're like, no, not yet, but I'm like, then you're probably not. And that's okay. Like, I think people have what to put on a pedestal all fucked up. $1 billion company, like, that's for 0.0000000000001% of people. Like, how about enjoying the process of building a company and hoping it doesn't go out of business? Because if you pull that off, you're fucking remarkable. Because 99% of people go out of business.